Wooting knockoffs. Recently, I've caught the attention of a wooting killer that's going around through the internet. And it's not truly named that, but its real name is the Madlion 60HE. To my understanding, wooting is beyond knockoffs, claiming it's thrown to be the fastest keyboard in the world. But if we were talking about price to performance, surprisingly, I would think Madlion takes the spot in my opinion. Of course, there are many other Hall Effect keyboards that could probably beat Madlion's price to performance. But of course, I cannot do that as I don't have the budget. Recently, I've done some tests to determine the latency of Madlion and wooting, but as a notice, my equipment can vary to these tests, giving poor results and inconsistencies. But nonetheless, I tried, and here are the results. Now, I've only tested two different games, Valorant and Marvel Rivals, but I also took account to a website I discovered that gives me the latency of the keyboard. The shown graph shows two series, orange being raw and white being the delay. As a result, the website seemed to add 11 milliseconds to the trials, but to see the raw results, I simply just subtracted the 11 milliseconds. And of course, it's not really great, as it's only, that 11 milliseconds is only the average of computer systems. So I just used it and subtracted it. But displayed on the screen, wooting shows a small difference compared to Madlion, differentiating in 8 milliseconds. Not very noticeable, neither significant. As for Valorant, results show the graph indicating an increase to 6 milliseconds from its raw latency, reaching about 37.83 milliseconds for Madlion and 29.83 for wooting, differentiating in the same result 8 milliseconds. Finally, Marvel Rivals showed the biggest input delay at about 15 milliseconds to the Madlion, which sits at 46.83, and the wooting at 38.83, hence differentiating at 8 milliseconds again. So yeah, from my understanding, the speed of my finger pressing the button leads to human error, making the results poor and possibly unreliable. But to really get results, I tested the keyboard 6 times, and by that, I mean pressing a single key 6 times. Moving forward, looking at the build quality of wooting, it feels much more heavier than the Madlion, and it feels like it has better material quality and sound overall. Unfortunately, I cannot give you guys a sound quality test as I simply have a bad setup, but just to give you my brief opinion, I do reckon wooting sounds better. From the two keyboards, each have a software on web base, which you could simply go on their website and just find and download, that's all. The rest you could connect, and voila, you're ready to customize your keyboard. The software consists of profiles and performance tabs, RGB colors, and much more. But the main attraction to these keyboards is rapid trigger, also known as RT, and simultaneous opposing cardinal direction. That is very hard to say, aka SOCD. Now, I won't get into detail about these features, but from my experience with both keyboards and the same features, I'm surprised that I never noticed the difference. So yeah, looking at the two and seeing their performance is interesting, as it's pretty good comparison to each other, but also bad, as it's a straight copy from wooting. But wooting does not care for this knockoff, because well, they would rather spend their resources on their own product, reaching levels of unknown. Anyway, that's all for this video. I hope you grasped an understanding of this trendy keyboard compared to high quality ones. And please understand, I'm only starting and would like the support. Give me feedback, and yeah, Thank you for watching.